move to the final topic in this chapter, just about logarithm. The learning outcomes, and we start with this page. The number 100 can be expressed as 10 square. Okay, that is 100 equal to 10 square. An equivalent form. Okay, equivalent form of 100 equal to 100 equal to 10 square is in the logarithm form. Okay, the equivalent form. Okay, the equivalent for this equation is log 100 to the base 10 equal to 2. So 100 equal to 10 square is said to be in index form. Alright, so this is what we call as in index form. So this index form can be converted into an equivalent form, what we call as logarithmic form, which is equal to log 100 base 10 equal to 2. Okay. Now we consider the following definition. Let a be greater than 0 and a not equal to 0. And x is a positive real number such that x equal to a to the power of y. Okay, x equal to a to the power of y. So this is in index form. So how to convert this index form to logarithmic form? So we have log x to the base a equal to y. Okay, log x to the base a equal to y. Okay, how to read this logarithmic form? So y is the logarithm of x to base a. The logarithms of negative number are not defined. That is why we need to make sure that a is greater than 0 and a not equal to 0. So the logarithms for negative number are not defined. So we need to make sure the base is always positive number. Okay, we consider the following example. Write an equivalent form, okay, of the following. That means we are given an index form, so we need to convert it to logarithmic form. So we have a to the power 5 equal to 32. So how to convert it to the logarithmic form? So we have log 32 to the base a equal to 5. Okay, we have a as the base. Okay, just like in the index form, we also call 5 as the base. So in logarithmic form also we refer a as the base. So how about the second one? 5t plus 3 equal to 2 to the power of x. So how to convert this index form becomes a logarithmic form? So we have the base, we have 2 as the base. Okay, so we have log 5t plus 3 base 2 equal to x. So we have a law of logarithms that we can use. Okay, so the first one is simplify expression involving logarithms and followed by solve the logarithmic equations. So we have law of logarithms as follows. If a, x, and y are positive real numbers and a not equal to 1, then the following laws can be used, okay, in logarithms. So we have a log x times y to the base a can be changed to another form, which is log x base a plus log y base a. Okay, the same base. From multiplication, it becomes addition. For division, it becomes subtraction. Okay. Now, log 1 to the base a equal to 0. Okay, because 1 is equal to a to the power of 0. Any number to the power of 0 equal to 1. Okay, log a to the base a equal to 1. Okay, because a equal to a to the power of 1. Okay, next is log x to the power of c, the base a. So we can take c in front. So it becomes log x to the base a times c, where c can be any real number. Okay, for this one, log a to the power of c to the base a, because we have the value is equal to the base, we just put c in front, so this one is equal to 1, so the remaining value is c. Again, c can be any real number. And then a to the power of log x to the base a equal to x. So this rule, this law also could be very useful when we need to solve logarithmic equation. Okay, a to the power of log a. Okay, take note here. We need to make sure that this one is equal to the base value. Then we can change this logarithmic form becomes equal to x. Okay. Use the properties of logarithm to write these expressions in a single logarithm. So in the following expressions, we have multiple logarithms. So we need to simplify, and the final answer must contain only single logarithm. Alright, so we start the first one. We have log x to the base b plus half log y to the base b. Okay, how to solve this problem? So we have a common base, okay, b. So it's very easy. We just use the law because this is addition operation, so we can change it becomes multiplication operation. So first of all, we need to take half, okay? Half, it becomes like this, okay? So we have log x to the base b plus log y half power half to the base b. We have a common base, so we can, with addition operation, so we can convert it becomes this simpler logarithmic form. From two logarithms, now it becomes single logarithm. Okay, now we proceed to the second example. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 logs. Okay, 4 logarithms, and our task is to simplify until we come out with single logarithm. So how to do that? Okay, so of course we need to use the logarithmic laws. So if you can see here, we are dealing with the common bases. So we have x as the base, okay, for all logarithms. So it's very easy for us to use the rules. Okay, we combine all this together, come out with single base. Okay, so for addition operation, it becomes multiplication. For subtraction operation, it becomes division. Okay, so we simplify all the values inside the parentheses and come out with the simplest fraction. Okay, and which can we further simplify become single number. Okay, so from 4 logarithms, the final answer contains only single logarithm. So you just need to use all the logarithmic laws in order to simplify these expressions. Okay, so we are given 3 logarithms here, 1, 2, and 3, and all these logarithms contains common base. We have a, b, and a, and a. So it's very easy for us to simplify, but first of all, we need to take this value, okay, this value, and this value becomes this form. Okay, and now we are ready to combine all these values together. So for the subtraction, it becomes division. Okay, okay, we have 2 subtraction here, so that means we can factorize these 2 values together. So we have log x to the power of 1 over 3 base a minus, in parentheses, so in parentheses we have addition operation. So for addition operations, that means we need to use the multiplication operations, because we have subtraction at the middle, so we have fraction. So this is the denominator. At the denominator, we just combine these 2 values by using addition operation. Okay, so this one from 3 logarithms, now it becomes single logarithms. Now we proceed to the fourth example. 1 over 4 multiply in parentheses 3 log u base b plus 5 log v base b. Okay, so we have a common base here, b and b. Okay, first of all, we need to multiply 1 over 4 inside the parentheses. So we multiply with the first log, and then we multiply with the second log, so we come out with this expression. Okay, so next is to bring 3 over 4 and 5 over 4. Okay, like this becomes the power for the u and v. Okay, now we have log with a common base b and b, so we can combine together this because we have addition operation, so we can multiply and come out with this form as the final answer. From 2 logarithms, now it becomes single logarithm. Okay, caution, be careful that you need to remember that the log of x plus or minus y not equal to log x plus y or log x minus y. Okay, not equal to. Be careful, huh? So same goes with the division. Log x base a over log y base a not equal to log x base a minus log y base a. Okay, be caution. Okay, now example. Use properties of logarithm to find the value of the following expressions. Okay, that means instead of using your calculator, so you need to use the properties of logarithms to come out with the answer. Okay, without using your calculator. So we start with the first one, log 81 base 3. So how to solve this one? So 81 actually can be converted, becomes 3 to the power of 4. Okay, so 4 can be to put 4 in front like this. So we have 4 times log 3 base 3. So this one actually can be converted, becomes 1. Okay, that is equal to 1. So the final answer is 4 times 1. Next, we have log 24 base 6 plus log 15 base 6 minus log 60 base 6. Because we have a common common base. Okay, 6, 6, and 6. So we can simplify this expressions, becomes this fraction. So we can simplify the value inside the parentheses. So basically it is equal to 6. So log 6 base 6 equal to 1. Okay, now we move to the third one, which is more complicated compared to the previous two. So in this example again, we are given expression with the common bases. We have 7 as the base, 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7. So that means we can simplify this fraction by focusing on the numerator and denominator. We start with the numerator. We try to simplify the numerator first and followed by the denominator. So we come up with this equation. Okay, when this value can be simplified, becomes 7. So this fraction can be simplified, becomes 49. So now we have this one with common base. So this one becomes 1. So this one 49 can be converted, becomes 7 square. Okay, 7 square. So 2 can be take to in front. Okay, like this. So we have 2 log 7 base 7. So this one equal to 1. So the remaining value is equal to 2. 2 times 1 equal to 2. So we have half as the final answer. So all these problems are solved without using your calculator. Just use the laws of logarithms in order to simplify and come out with the answer. Okay, the system of logarithm with base 10 is called a common logarithm system. Okay, to the base 10. Yeah, usually the base 10 is omitted. Okay, log 10 is written as log only without any base. So that means if we have for example log 7, so automatically we know that this is log 7 to the base 10. We just simply omit 10 because it is a common logarithm system. But we know without any base, we know that is a base 10 logarithm. The system of logarithm to the base e, okay, to the base exponent is if the base is e. So this kind of logarithm is called a natural logarithm. Okay, natural logarithm, or simply known as ln. Okay, ln. Log x to the base e is the exponent, so it is equal to ln x. Ln x. Okay, so log to the base 10 is common logarithm. Log to the base e is natural logarithm or Neperian logarithm system. Okay, so if e is the base for x, so it is equal to ln x. Alright, so the number e is an irrational number, which is called the exponent value. Okay, so to evaluate logarithm of base is neither 10 or exponent e, so we need to change the base of the logarithm. Okay, how to change the base of the logarithm? So we can use this formula. Let a, b, and n be positive real numbers where a and b are not equal to 0. Then the log n to the base a can be changed from base a to base b. Okay, like this. Okay, log n to the base a. So our aim is to change the base a becomes another base, for example b. So it is equal to log n base b over log a base b. Okay, both numerator and denominator using the same bases. Okay, b and b. So we change the base from a, now it becomes b. We usually change the base to 10 or e. Okay, we consider the following example. Find the value of the following logarithms to 4 decimal places. So how to solve this problem? Okay, so from log the 25 base 3. Okay, so in order to use your calculator, so you need to change the base from 3 to 10. Okay, so we have log 25 to the base 10 over log 3 to the base 10. So use your calculator. So this is the answer. We need to use the approximation because this is not equation, because this one got more numbers. Okay, after 9 we got more numbers. So because we cut these numbers up to only 4 decimal places. Okay, so that means we need to use this notation instead of equation. If equation means, that means it is same from left hand side to right hand side, the same value, but this time it is not same but only approximation value. So we need to use this notation instead of equation notation. Okay, we move to the second one, log 10 to the base 2. So in order to use your calculator, we need to change the base from 2, we change becomes log e. Okay, remember we have two options, whether we change to the base 10 or base e. In the second example, we change to the base e. So we have log 10 base e, log 2 base e. So log to the base e actually is ln. Okay, so you can take your calculator, compute the ln value. So we come up with this approximation answer. Okay, now we have log 70 base 5. Again, in order to compute, you need to change the base. From base 5, we need to change to base 10 or e. So this time we choose the base 10. So we have log 70 base 10, log 5 base 10. So this is the approximation answer. Remember, the question asks you to give the answer in 4 decimal places. So don't give 5 or less or more. You need to give only 4 decimal places to answer this problem. Okay. Now it's about logarithmic equations. Equations that contains logarithms of an unknown are called logarithmic equations. The properties of logarithms are used to simplify and solve logarithmic equations. So to simplify or to solve a logarithmic equation, so we need to remember and we need to understand about the properties or laws of logarithms. Okay. We consider the first example. Solve the following logarithmic equations. We start with the first one. Okay, so we have log x plus 3 base 6 plus log x minus 2 base 6 plus 1. So we have a common base equal to 6. So we can combine together. Becomes from addition, becomes multiplication. So we have this expression. Okay. So this time we can use this property. Okay, so I mentioned before, this property is very, very important in order to solve logarithmic equation, right? So a to the power of log x to the base a. Remember, we need to make sure that this value equal to this value, then we can use this property. Okay, thus, if we take this equation, okay, we put these two values becomes the power of 6. Okay, 6 to the power of log x plus 3 my x minus 2 base 6 equal to 6 to the power of 1. Okay? We have the following form. Now we can check this rule. Yes, we can use this rule because we have 6 and 6. So the remaining value is x. In this case, we have these values. So the remaining value in the next equation is x plus 3, x minus 2. Okay, at the other side, because we have 6 to the power of 1, which is it is equal to 6. Okay, again, so these values becomes the power of 6 at both sides. Okay, why 6? Because our base here is 6, so that is why we use 6 here, because we need to use this. We want to use this property. That is why we choose 6. So we have 6 here, we have 6 here. So that means we can use this law. Okay, so the remaining value is x, or in this case our x is this whole expression. So we have x plus 3 times x minus 2 equal to 6. So now it becomes very easy for you to solve because this is a quadratic equation, and I come out with this answer. Okay, solve this quadratic equation for x. So we have x equal to -4 or x equal to 3 as the final answer. Okay, note that for x equal to -4, okay, just like the third, we need also to check the value for the x. Okay, before we conclude our answer, we need to check one by one. Okay, we check the first one, x equal to -4. Put inside the given equation. Okay, replace the value for the x equal to -4. So we come out with this value, log -1 base 6. As I mentioned before, for negative value, it is undefined. Okay, now we need to check another one because we have two solutions just now. We have -4 and 3. So we check -4, it is not a solution. How about 3? So we just replace. Okay, because -4 is undefined, so we conclude that x equal to -4 is not a solution. Now we move to the other value, which is 3. So we check for the 3. Okay, we start with the first expression. We put 3 inside the expression. So we have 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So log 6 base 6. Okay, so this one is defined. Now we move to the second one, log x minus 2. Okay, we need to check both. X minus 3 defined. So how about the other one? X minus 2, we replace x equal to 3. 3 minus 2 equal to 1. 1 is a positive number, so this is also defined. So the conclusion is x equal 3 is a solution, while x equal to -4 is not a solution. Okay, the next one, we have log 5 minus y, 5y minus 7 base 2 equal to 3. So how to solve this problem? Okay, again we use the rule. Okay, a to the power of log, okay, base a, okay, x, so it is equal to x. We have a is the base, so the remaining value is equal to x. So this time, because we have log 2, so we use 2 as the base. Okay, at both sides. So this expression, both sides becomes the power of 2. Okay, 2 to the power of log 5y minus 7 base 2 equal to 2 to the power of 3. Okay, both values at the both sides becomes the power of 2. So for this side, so we can use this rule. So the remaining value is x. So this time we have 5y minus 7 as the remaining value. Okay, and the other side we have 2 to the 2 cubed, so it is equal to 8. So we have 5y minus 7 equal to 8. So it's very easy for us to solve for y equal to 3. Okay, remember we need to check without before you finalize your answer, we need to check, substitute y to the given expression equation. So after we substitute y equal to 3, yes, the outcome is log 8. 8 is a positive number, that means it is defined. So we conclude that y equal to 3 is a solution. So the key point here is to use this property. If you know how to use this property, then it will help you a lot solving a logarithmic equation. Okay, why 2? Because we are dealing with base 2. So we put 2 as the base here. Okay. Next, we have this equation, log 2t cubed plus 1 equal to 1 plus 3 log t. Okay, how to solve this problem? We take all the logarithms to the other side and we put the value without logarithm to the another side. So we put all the logarithms to the left hand side here. Okay, we put 1 at the other side. And then these logarithms, because we have without any base, so we know we are dealing with log base 10. So same bases, so we can combine these two logarithms, becomes this single logarithm. Okay, Again, we use the property, the rule a log x base a equal to x. So this time our base is 10, right? So we need to use 10 here. Okay, so these two expression becomes the power of 10. So 10 to the power of log this expression equal to 10 to the power of 1. Okay, so based on this property, so the remaining value is this x. Okay, this x. So we have 2t cubed plus 1 over t cubed equal to 10. So this time it's very easy for us to solve. So we have this equation. We just need to solve for t. So we have t equal to half. Okay, but remember we need to verify. We need to put t equal to half into the given logarithmic equation and see whether both logarithms are undefined or undefined. So if after we substitute the value, yes, it is defined. So t equal to half is a solution. Okay, now we have ln. Ln is log to the base e. Okay, e as the base. So ln x plus 1 plus ln x equal to ln 3x minus 1. Okay, because this is logarithm, also logarithm, so we can use the law of logarithms to simplify this equation. So we have, okay, ln and ln here, so we can combine together, become single ln. Okay, so because we have addition, that means we multiply this 2 becomes this one. Okay, now, okay, so now it becomes very easy because at both sides we have ln and ln, and these two ln are equal. It is just like ln a equal to ln a. So these two values can be considered as equal. So we take these two values, okay, and we have this equation. So again, we can do the algebraic operation and come up with this quadratic equation. So which can be solved for x. So x equal to 1. If we substitute to the given expression, also remain true. So x equal to 1 is the solution. Okay, next, solve the following logarithmic equation. So we start with the first one. We have 4 log x base 4 equal to log 4 base x. So to solve this problem, the strategy is to use the formula to change the base. Okay, originally we have x as the base, so we change it becomes to the base 4, because at the another one we have 4 as the base. Okay, so we change from base x to base 4. This is the formula. So log 4 base 4 over log x base 4. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the outcome. 1 over log x to the base 4. Now we have, okay, so this is the new form of the previous equation. So we have a common base here. Okay, base 4 and base 4. So now we can proceed. Okay, we take this one to the other side. Okay, so we have this equation. Okay, and then now we take 1 to the other side. So we have this equation. Okay. Okay, to make it clear, we can replace this one as a. Okay, 4a square minus 1. So this form can be converted, becomes 2a minus 1 times 2a plus 1. So that is why we have this equation. Okay, so 2 log x base 4 minus 1, 2 log x base 4 plus 1. Okay, so from here, okay, so this equation becomes true when one of these parentheses equal to 0. So that's why we have 2 log x base 4 minus 1 equal to 0, or 2 log x base 4 plus 1 equal to 0. So we solve one by one. We start with the first one, this one. Okay, so 2 log x base 4 minus 1 equal to 0. We solve for x. Okay, we take 1 to the other side, and then 2, we have half here. So log x base 4 equal to half. So we know that we change from logarithmic form to the index form. So this is the index form. So square root of 2 of 4 is equal to 2. Okay, so finish with the first one. Now we move to the other one. Okay, for the other one, 2 log x base 4 plus 1, we take 1 to the other side, we have negative 1 here. We take 2 to the other side, we have negative half. So we change from logarithmic form to index form. So we have this equation. So finally, the answer is half. Okay, so we have two answers for the x equal to 2 and x equal to half. Okay, next is the next equation. We have 3 in parentheses log y base 3 plus log 3 base y equal to 10. Again, because we have two different bases, so we need to change the base. Okay, so we change the base for the y from base y to becomes base 3. So this is the formula and this is the outcome. We have 1 over log y base 3. Now we have this equation. Okay, this is the new form of the previous equation. So from base y, now it becomes base 3. So it's very easy for us to make it simple by using the logarithmic rule. So we have this equation, okay, which can be further simplified, becomes this equation. So to make it clear, you can assume this one as x, this one also as x. So we have basically a quadratic equation. 3x squared minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0, which can be factorized. So becomes this equation. So we have 3 log y base 3 minus 1 log y base 3 minus 3. So again, this equation becomes true when one of these two parentheses equal to 0. So that's why we use the term or. So we have 3 log y base 3 minus 1 equal to 0, or log y base 3 minus 3 equal to 0. So we solve one by one for the unknown y. So first we solve the first one for y. So we change the form, and then from logarithmic form becomes the index form. So this is the first value for the y. And for the second one, we take 3 to the other side. We change from from logarithmic form to index form. So we come up with the second value for the y. So both values solve the given problem for y.